I'm Kate Desano. I'm running as a community independent in the upcoming Kiama by-election, and I am here to give you a bit of an explainer as to what on earth is going on with our ballot with 13 candidates for this election. And also a little bit about how preferences work and why on earth we would have so many candidates. So here we go. I'm going to use this water to explain where the votes go for primary votes, and then I'm going to redistribute them based on preferences. So for the primary votes, we imagine that the Liberals are going to come in about 20%. We're going to be a little bit under that, hopefully pretty close. Labor's going to be well up at 30, and the Greens probably similar to the community independent candidate myself at this time. So, and then we've got Felix, who is from the Shooters and Fishers, who's a local and has got some good relationships, done lots of work here. So he's probably going to get maybe the next one, maybe about 5 or 6. After that, we've got 1 or 2% that's going to be spread through the rest of the field. And none of the rest of them live in this electorate. So what on earth are they doing here? But anyway, I'm just going to distribute primary votes based on what we sort of know. So Sustainable Australia, cannabis, a little bit more, animal justice, a little bit, surreal and independent without much profile down here, so maybe just a little percent. Josh from the Libertarians, maybe he gets a few percent. Lisa Cotton, another independent, kind of family first style, so a few percent there. Andrew Thaler, the wild card from the Monaro, and Roger Woodward, who is usually a Liberal aligned up near Hornsby, a couple of percent. So that's going to get us to 100% of the primary votes. Here's where preferences come into play and it gets interesting. So the first thing is that for all the minor ones, if those people numbered after number 1, 2, 3, 4, their votes get redistributed. So I'm going to distribute them based on what we sort of know about where they're going to go. Mostly there, a little bit of there, mostly there, maybe a little bit for an independent. Animal justice, done a deal with Greens, so they're mostly going to go there. Andrew Thaler, who knows, a little bit for the independents, mostly for the Liberals, let's say. Lisa, pretty much there. Josh, the Libertarian, maybe a little bit of the Renegades for the independents, mostly there. Then we have got Ken from Sustainable Australia, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, maybe a dribble here. And then we've got Felix, the next one out, Shooters and Fishers, mostly going to go Liberal, you would think, a little bit independent, a little bit Greens, a little bit Labor. So we've now lost all of the minor parties and the other independents. Now here's where it gets really interesting, and perhaps we start realising what on earth this was all about. So we have got, we've got the Liberals ahead at this point, and Labor and the community independent candidate, myself, looking Labor ahead, me just behind. So the Greens are going to get distributed at this point. Mostly to us, thanks to their how to vote card, we hope. They had preferenced animal justice and the legalised marijuana one over here, but because these guys are knocked out, that wasn't very meaningful, and the rest will go to Labor, which is where Greens votes traditionally go next, and some little bit to the Liberals. So now we've got no Greens, and look at that, we have got Labor and the independent in, and the Liberals are going to get redistributed at this point. So Liberals are really traditionally not going to preference Labor, so we can hope for most of those that have used their vote powerfully to come in our direction, maybe a little bit Labor, and then the rest, because they're telling people to just vote one, will be extinguished at this point. And that is how you end up with a community independent as your new Kiama MP, there as part of a minority Labor government with a strong independent crossbench, there to be a powerful voice for the people of Kiama. So make sure you number all your boxes, vote 1, Kate, community independent. After that, choose whoever you'd normally vote for, but make sure you put a powerful vote in this election.
Authorised by Kate Desano, 3/68 Albert Street, Berry, New South Wales 2535.